Team Noah is back on Townsquare Sunday. The people involved with Team Noah were responsible for perhaps the best playground on the South Coast, certainly the most accessible playground in the area. Noah's Playground, located at Marine Park on Pope's Island, was constructed a couple of years ago, almost a couple of years ago, after a major fundraising effort by friends, relatives, and others who knew and loved the Fernandez family. Noah Fernandez, their son, died in 2016 from a terrible illness. MELAS is the acronym, I guess, is the way to say that. The Team Noah Foundation was formed to raise money for that project and other projects, I'm sure, that may be in the works we'll talk about. My guests are Victor Fernandez, who was Noah's dad, Edson Pereira, friend of the family, and Mike Enriquez, chairman of the marketing committee and also a friend of the family. Gentlemen, welcome.
Thank you, Jim.
Thank you.
A little over a year ago, Noah's Playground was opened to the public after 1 year. Mr. Fernandez, are you happy with the way the project has turned out?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Couldn't be any happier. I mean, if you go back 2.5, 3 years ago when we started planning, building this beautiful playground, and being here today and thinking, wow, it's built, it's amazing. A lot of wonderful memories were created the past year with so many families, and it's the best thing too, or one of the great things is fully paid for right now, so which was amazing.
That's a wonderful thing. Edson, you were involved as a friend of the family. Your thoughts on the project?
The playground access helps out so many different families to be together and enjoy some time and basically be a nice outdoor in a beautiful environment. You know, accessible to all types of families, and it's just an awesome feeling to be part of the project and on site and so forth.
And Mike Enriquez, who is the chairman of the chairman of the marketing committee. You've got some wonderful pictures on the internet.
Yes, sir.
That playground. It really is a wonder to behold, and it happened really quickly, didn't it? That's the amazing part to me.
Well, listen, you've got some amazing people here. You know, the little people that know Victor know that understand that the word "no" is not in his vocabulary. You can ask. You can ask all the construction, crews and teams and private companies that volunteered so much of their time on an amazing level. I mean, this would not have happened without the collaboration of, the private industry and private companies that came in and donated so much of their time. We could share 100 stories about that and the camaraderie that was built. And then just seeing, like Edson had touched on, seeing the happy children enjoying the playground. One picture stands out on Facebook of Victor pushing a little girl on a swing, and her name was Mary, if I remember correctly. Yeah, Mary. And she literally just was, smiling from ear to ear and just saying how it was amazing to feel the wind, in her face, swinging, on the special equipment. That's not available in a lot of playgrounds, not available in most playgrounds. We're pretty unique. We're the largest. Noah's Place Playground is the largest all-inclusive, handicapped accessible playground in all of New England, so we're really proud of the project.
Here's what's amazing. I don't think there's been any vandalism there or any significant damage there. Is that right?
That's correct. That's correct, yes, sir.
That's, listen, we live in an urban area.
Yes, sir.
That is amazing, isn't it, Michael?
Yes, it is.
It is, absolutely.
That's incredible. You have a fundraiser coming up on March 1st. Edson, why don't you tell us a little bit about that fundraiser?
So this is our 7th annual wine tasting fundraiser. We try to find different ways of creating funds for the foundation. We have a couple different levels of sponsorship still available. If anybody's looking to do a sponsorship, they can reach out to either myself or Vera, and or go on the website. We have a link that explains a little bit about all the different options that we have for fundraising. We also want to thank our major sponsor, Bristol County Savings, for their contribution to the event and being our major sponsor for the event.
Where can people get tickets?
Our office, they can go to our office, 1031 Phillips Road, New Bedford. or it can also the website as well.
Yeah, if you want to
Again,
order.
what's the web address?
So the website is www.teamnoahfoundation.org, or on our Facebook page, you can purchase the tickets via Eventbrite.
All right, so the money you raised on March 1st and future fundraisers, because I don't think this is going to stop anytime soon.
No, sir, not at all.
Have you got some other projects in mind, not only to keep up this playground?
Yes, sir.
I don't know how much room you have to expand there. Probably not a great deal, but what other projects do you have in mind? Mike?
Well, I guess first of all, we want to say that Team Noah is still responsible for the upkeep and the maintenance of this playground. The city of New Bedford was gracious enough to give us an amazing location. The atmosphere for children to be near the water is an extremely conducive atmosphere for rehabilitation and so on. But we still have to maintain the equipment. So if there are scratches, dings, there's 18,000 square feet of rubberized floor that makes it safer for children. So if that floor gets torn up, we have to replace it. So that's still under our responsibility. So that's one of the things we're doing. Is still maintaining the upkeep of the playground. In addition to the safety, we also have, over 20 cameras or so
we do,
in there? So, yeah, a lot of safety there. But I think Victor can maybe touch upon any future projects that we're going to be doing.
We're going to ask you that question in just a moment.
Yeah.
You're listening to Townsquare Sunday, first off. My guests are Victor Fernandez, Edson Pereira, and Mike Hendricks, members of the Team Noah Foundation. So, Victor, what about other projects in the works? Sadly, Noah was a young child, a boy. He was a young boy, and he had,
Milas.
he's a fearless young man, but he was. If he hadn't been afflicted by this, he'd still be with us today and moving ahead in his life. And I think he would want Team Noah to move ahead, too, to look for some new areas to help. So are there other new projects on the drawing board?
So, yes, we are working. We cannot reveal the details. Most likely will be revealed at the wine tasting, which is a nice, great project. So we have done a lot of projects throughout the years. And we continue smaller stuff that doesn't, ourselves doesn't hit the media or anything, that we do different families throughout the community. And that is our main goal, go to all these families with special needs, just to help them out, because of, I was fortunate enough that, I had a great job, successful, pretty good, and we could do okay. But when Noah got sick, we started going to Schwartz Center, and we see some of these families, what they go through. And unfortunately, insurance doesn't help out some of these families. And this is why we started Team Noah Foundation and help some of these families to, put in a lift in a bathroom. Some of these kids are very, they're a little heavy, excuse me, and grandma's picking these children up, give them a bath, put them in bed. So we need these lifts through the house so they can move the children around. And that's one of our main focus. We have done a few of those. And we continue doing, but the project that we're going to reveal, most likely at the wine tasting, it's not a playground, but it's going to be a great project as well.
Is it going to involve Meeting Street Sports Center?
I'm sure we'll be. We love that place. It's a special place to me, to my family, and there's so many families out there that when you have family relatives like that, how important, and they become your therapist, your family every day, to help you, these children.
After big projects get done, sometimes, like the playground,
yeah,
sometimes folks tend to step away. Their work is done. Has that happened to this group, Edson?
No, the whole group, we have an awesome committee. Everybody works together. Everybody, whenever there's a project, anything that has to be done, whether it's cleaning at the park or meeting to go over another project or a meeting over a fundraiser, everybody's there to help, selling tickets or whatever it may be. The whole committee is just a phone call away. Everybody works in unity.
Mike, how can more people get involved with Team Noah if they wish to do so? How can they do that?
Well, besides the wine tasting, annually we also do a golf tournament, which sells out pretty quick. But we always need volunteers to help us in, for instance, with a wine tasting, to donate, giveaway baskets that we raffle or raffle baskets, things of that nature, and then even for the event, cleanup crews and people in the kitchen. We've got a core group that handles most of it, but it's always great to have additional new blood, new ideas, and people helping out at these events. So it's great to have that support. So,
and how can people sign up or get involved? Go to the office. That's the first step.
They go to the office or to our Facebook or our webpage, website. We'll take the information. They'll leave the number. We'll call them back, and we'll go from there.
I need brief answers on this next question.
Uh-oh.
What has this effort meant to you personally? Mike, start with you.
Oh, goodness. The camaraderie that we build with each other is absolutely amazing. And the smiles, I can't say it enough. We've spent days or mornings at the playground when we've had the playground full of children on these beautiful sunny days. And the smiles and the stories that you hear, like that young girl, Mary, just feeling the wind in her face, and the difference that we've made in their lives just by giving them a great day with their family at the playground is what I think drives us all the time to continue and to move forward with creating different projects.
Edson, how about you?
I have to agree a lot with Mike. He kind of nailed it on all aspects. It's just the feeling of we were there early mornings, late nights, working on the playground, and then to see these families on opening day using all this equipment and the love that there was out there between the families. It's just amazing.
And Victor?
Me, let me just say, how would anybody could feel on you roll or help putting somebody on a wheelchair swing for the first time in their life, 25 years old. That's speaks volumes to any parent, to any child, to anybody out there. And this is just one of the stories that we can share. That
so many.
So, if you don't know what we're talking about here, it's the Noah's Playground, and it's located at Marine Park on Pope's Island, constructed a couple of years ago after a major fundraising effort by family members, friends. It is perhaps, well, I'm going to call it the best playground on the South Coast, and certainly the most accessible playground for all youngsters in the area. And that is a wonderful thing in honor of your son, Victor Noah Fernandez.
Yes, sir.
We have a few moments to go here. We want to, again, stress the tickets for the fundraiser.
March 1st. Wine tastings on March 1st.
Tasting. And you can talk about price here. We don't worry about it. It's in one of the.
So ticket prices are $40. It includes hors d'oeuvres, appetizers, and then it's like I said, it's a wine tasting, so you can be able to taste different wines from local vendors, people in the committee that basically reached out to us that wants to help by donating wine and so forth, pair it with the food and stuff like that.
And it's a United Fisherman's, is that where it is?
Correct. It's
Orchard
at
Street?
Yeah, it's on 639 Orchard Street in New Bedford, Mass.
Time?
It starts at 6.
All right.
Don't eat before you come. There's so much. I mean, this is a Portuguese-run event, Jim.
That's
There's
right.
tons of
Don't
amazing food, so you don't have to have dinner before you come. There's going to be plenty of food.
All right. And getting tickets, securing them, how do they do that?
Again, online, you can go to our website, purchase them electronically through Eventbrite. There's a link on our Facebook page, so Team Noah Foundation. If you search that on Facebook, and then the website, and then obviously locally through at Fernandez Masonry. So if you Google Fernandez Masonry, you can purchase them directly from Vera.
My guests, Mike Henricks, Edson Pereira, and Victor Fernandez from the Team Noah Foundation. Thank you all for coming in. Stay with us. Townsquare Sunday continues in just a moment.